Alright everyone, welcome back to Many Hats Craft. Today we're making another monster truck out of a Pixar's car character. Today we are doing Sarge, one of my son's favorites. We're going to go ahead and get these boxes opened up. Both of the bodies are held together by rivets, so I used a drill to cut away at the rivets until I was able to separate the bodies on both vehicles. Then I loosely just kind of play around with the positioning, see how everything's going to fit together. Sarge was in several pieces, so I actually had to get him glued up before I could even mess around with how I was going to put him onto the Hot Wheels monster truck body. So I did that and I set him aside. Then I kind of looked at what needed to be cut, and here is where I went cut crazy. I kept cutting and cutting. There's no exact science, you just have to see how the body fits on. Every character is going to be a little bit different. Some are way more difficult than others. Sarge was pretty difficult, being that he is much smaller and also not as long as the others. So you can see the frame of the Hot Wheels car or monster truck is much longer than the body of Sarge. So I tried several different ways of fitting him on top and nothing was really working. And I kept cutting and cutting and cutting, and I swear eventually I got it figured out. I ended up there popping the plastic off of the chassis so I could cut a little bit easier. And finally I got it in a way that it would fit. I ended up having to just turn the body of Sarge around the whole time. Still a little bit more clipping to do. At this point I had a vision, finally. Alright, there it is. I'm going to cut off that piece and that piece. And then I'm going to be done. This time I'm actually going to be done. I know half of the video has been cutting so far, but sometimes that's what it takes to get it figured out. Alright, we're going to put that back onto the frame. Try to get it adjusted. Doesn't really look that good. Keep wiggling it around, see where everything fits. And at this point I figured out that it looked better if we reverse Sarge on the frame. But that means that I lied again and we have to do more cutting. You can see, if I can actually hold the truck on frame, that there is a piece of the gold frame getting in the way of Sarge's front fender. So we have to pop that off, do a little bit more cutting. I'm cutting something on the back end too. Like I said, each of these characters is going to take some figuring out, and you can't really go into it unless you've done that exact character and monster truck before. You can't go into it with a plan. You just start cutting and eventually you're going to be able to figure it out. The important thing is that you leave enough space or area that is going to make contact for you to glue. So this is the gluing process. Every flat area, every prong or tooth of the car's vehicle that is going to wedge into the monster truck, both surfaces need to be glued. Right, everywhere that you know it's going to touch. Alright, put it together, get it settled in, make sure everything is even and symmetrical. Then you zip tie it and dry it. About 24 hours till you can play with it or display it. Alright, if you enjoyed, like, share, subscribe. Thank you very much.